Welcome everybody on Facebook. About to get it in. All right, all my good people on YouTube. What's up? Welcome to day number 14 of the 30-day Master Your Life Masterclass. Wow, today's been phenomenal. We're at the end of the day, literally. And interesting the way things unfolded. I had no idea until I began to pay attention at this late hour. Check this out. We are on day 14, right? And of course, we're dealing with all of the, let me share my screen. We're dealing with the organ clock. Okay, so we're in the second quadrant, and we're in the second 2-hour segment of the second quadrant. Quick recap: we talked about the kidneys yesterday, and a couple of other things about the kidneys. The kidneys also, not only do they house energy for your love and all of these phenomenal things, and when it's thrown off, you're talking about frustration, anger, and all of these, fear that throws us off. But then when we adequately nourish the kidneys, adequately hydrate with good clean water, remember your kidneys are filtering out a lot of matter, a lot of chemicals, mainly chemicals. A lot of the matter goes other parts of the digestive tract. The urinary tract handles a lot of chemicals. And so you have to rinse those things out, because when you get the nutrients in your body that's going to activate the organs that are going to cause them to process these things out, they have to be filtered by certain organs. And those organs, once they filter or separate these things out, they have to move them through. And if there's not enough water, then it doesn't move. Um, think about a drought. When you have a nice lake, and then the drought comes, and it begins to dry. You have little pools here and there, and you have fish trying to swim through, and you have fish that are gasping and dying or whatever, and then you have the dry, cracked area, and so on and so forth. So the rain comes, and it hydrates. It brings life back to that area. That's one way you can think about the kidney. You need hydration for it to keep it alive, in order for it to keep the body alive. Not to mention on the cellular level and what have you. When things dehydrate, they crack and break and burst and so on. So with the kidney, it needs that water to rinse out all of those things that it has separated out that are toxic to the body. Also, the excess nutrients. Now, excess nutrients can become waste matter and can become somewhat toxic to the body, because if you have too much alkalinity, it causes things to dry out. If I can go down the list, but anyway, so you want to have that water, and I use the analogy of a shower. When the organs are nourished and they're cleansing and what have you, it's like the lathering up and scrubbing part of the shower or bath. Then you need good clean water to rinse all of that debris off the skin. You need good clean water to rinse all of that debris out of the kidneys. So think of it that way. That's why you want to make sure that you're drinking 2 ounces of water, excuse me, 1 ounce of water for every 2 pounds of body weight. If you weigh 400 pounds, you need to be drinking 200 ounces of water. Okay? So now let's move on to the next segment. And by the way, that kidney time frame was 5 to 7 p.m. dinner time. And you want to drink your water half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour before you have your dinner, of course. We talked about all that already. You should know by now. And pull up your organ clock. Okay, 7 to 9 p.m. That's the time of the pericardium. And that's the time to socialize and have fun. Flirt. Nice time to be with your loved one. Dinner's over with, dinner's done digested for the most part. Between, if you eat before 7 o'clock, by 9, most of that stuff's digested. So the blood flow is not so much consumed with digesting things now. It's beginning to go to the rest of the body and so on. And it's taking those nutrients and what have you. So you get a little energy. Now, The pericardium, it says right here, is responsible for circulation, brain, and the reproductive organs. Now, the pericardium is a sac that surrounds the heart. Now, let me go and share this other bit here. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, talks about the pericardium. The pericardium is a thin sac that surrounds your heart. It protects and lubricates your heart and keeps it in place within your chest. That brag break, your heart might fall out. Scary thought. Problems can occur when the pericardium becomes inflamed or fills with fluid. You heard of fluid around the heart? That's what happens. It's in that sac that has its own medium and constituents within it. It doesn't need any extra stuff. The swelling can damage your heart and affect its function. Okay, can you imagine your heart is inside and then fluid gets in there and it's already irritated and what have you? Your heart can practically drown. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay. Pericardium is funny. What are the three functions of the pericardium? What are the three layers of the pericardium? Interesting. The pericardium is the fibrous sac that surrounds the heart. It can be divided into three layers. The fibrous pericardium, sounds kind of thick and tough. The parietal pericardium and the visceral pericardium. The parietal and visceral pericardium together form the serous pericardium. A lot of scientific language. You can go and check that out at your device, what all of those things mean. Remember, we're on a little bit of a time scenario here. I'm not going to spend too much time. And the idea is for you to take this new process and way of thinking and begin to fact find. Don't do research because you don't want to search for something and then don't find it. Then you got to search some more, search some more, search some more. You want to fact find. You want to get the information. You want to get the knowledge. You want to know what it is that you're looking to find out. And you want to keep it moving because you want to keep moving. You want to keep going. You want to keep flowing, right? Okay, got you. All right, and you can go to the Wikipedia, and it can tell you a lot more about the pericardium. And all this scientific stuff. Yeah, vessels, fibers. Okay, let me back this up, and I'm gonna ask. We already know the emotions of the heart is joy. Let me ask my device, i.e., my computer here, what are the emotions aligned with the pericardium? Yes. Emotionally, pericardium energy is related to the loving feelings associated with sex and is linked to the physical and emotional aspects of sexual what? What? Okay. Let's talk about sex, baby. Where is that statement? Come on now, you're not going to give us it to us right away. It's not giving it to us right away. It's giving us all of these other things. I apologize. Medical Qigong and heart pericardium medicine. Interesting. All right. All right. So it's talking about pericardium, the heart, and love. Let's go back to here. Okay. I didn't finish reading this because I wanted to get a little bit of insight and got that a little bit of insight. So here is what else it says on the organ clock about 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And remember, this is the energy of the pericardium. And remember, I just read something about love. Okay, it says, along with, being responsible for circulation, brain, and reproductive organs, within the time frame of the height of the energy of the pericardium, It is the best time to conceive, to have sex, and my interpretation of the acronym SEX is to have a spiritual and emotional experience. Because when you're coming together, you and your partner, and there's the potential of creating life, there's an intertwining of your spirit and her spirit, and then there's the what I call the spirit of the couple, that in that union becomes augmented, and you're able to create life. You're able to be like God. God created life. Whoa. So there you go. And massage. Massage. Some people look at massage as foreplay. I call it the foreplay because there's different levels and different types of massage on different body parts and what have you. And certain massage on certain body parts is definitely foreplay because it's going to be on and popping, right? Okay. So earlier today, I had an online session, a live session, and I invited a couple of folks on, and we asked a few questions, and we answered a few questions. And also, my beloved spouse, Mama Trina, was on with me, and we shared some breath work for couples, for bringing the couples together and connecting their spirits in a divine way. So this is what the pericardium energy is all about. It's about the love connection. And also it said in there, great time to conceive. Now, when I read that, I thought about back when I was taking I was getting my holistic health certification from Dr. Africa. He asked this question one afternoon, and it was kind of strange to me because no one answered. And I spoke up, and he he was like, you got a 50-50 chance, people. Come on, at least you can guess. No one still answered. So I answered again. Then he said, tell him what the answer is, Aaron. I told him the answer. Again, the question was this. If a man and a woman make love and the woman conceives within the first 24 hours of that activity, what is the child going to be? A boy or a girl? Come on, y'all know. Backdrop. He told us that male energy is fast-paced, aggressive, and that female energy is slower, more methodical, more calm. Okay? That's the first clue. The other clue is this. Male energy is also acidic. Female energy is alkaline. So when man and woman get together, depending upon how much before and foreplay happens, when they actually engage in the sexual copulation, the woman's body is either more alkaline or more acidic. More foreplay, more alkaline the woman's body is. And the opposite is true. Wham, bam, quick, thank you, ma'am. Very acidic activity. Not a nice thing to do, fellas, by the way, to be honest. So within that framework, you have like 3 clues as to what the sex of the child is going to be. I said, because I had this information in my awareness, I said, boy. Everyone's flipping their pages because it's like, where did you find this information? He didn't go into detail. He gave us enough information. And, if you had enough background information and knowledge beforehand, it would have been an easy answer as it was. Okay, because if male energy is acidic and if it happens within the 24 hours, also one other piece of information. The male sperm dies within 24 hours or after 24 hours. There is no more male sperm left in the woman's body. So if she doesn't conceive after that activity within 24 hours, it's not going to be a boy because there's no more male sperm left alive. It's all, They don't ran trying to get there so fast they don't burn themselves out, and they done something. After that, up to 72 hours after the activity. So the girls are like, "Oh, go ahead, y'all, go ahead on, do your thing. We'll just take our time." After 24 hours, from hour 20, from minute 24 hours and 1 minute, all the way up to 69 and 59 seconds, click one, then all of the sperm basically is shunted out of the body, gone. So the female sperm has 48 hours after the male sperm done run it and did his little lap and whatever. However, there's also possibly still that they could conceive, slight possibility, they could conceive a female child in that first 24-hour period. So this is how you can also determine what the sex of child is. If you want to plan the sex of your child, then you want to engage in certain type of activity. You want to be more calm or relaxed and have do the massage and all of these things that are going to allow the woman's body to become more alkaline. Also, if you have a more loving relationship, she's more likely to be more alkaline. So these are some little nuanced ways of dealing within a relationship, and also respecting the time frame of the pericardium and its energetic um, power, most powerful time energetically, and being in alignment, you will be able to conduct your life in a more determined way. So that's your tip for today. That's your insight as far as how to master your life through this master class. So if you like that information, on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get the next tidbit on how to master your life through this master class. And this information is going to be up for a while, so come on back, check it out in the future. If you haven't, if you've missed any of the previous episodes, you can go back. But this is one of those juicy ones. I think that when you recount this and play this back, and you have your audience and what have you, if you're in a relationship, you want to share this with your mate to increase the bond with some information and background knowledge of what how your relationship affects your body, her body, his body, and how you all can be more loving and kind to yourself. Remember, your first relationship is with yourself. So, Breathmaster Aaron here. Thank you all for being on the scene with me for this episode.